Hi, thanks again for joining me on at 123 Photo Go. Tonight's subject's going to be something that I remembered when I was a photographer. I always wanted to know what is in a photographer's camera bag. What do they carry? What kind of gadgets do they have? And would it be something that I would want? Or would it be something that I would find useful? So I'm going to switch here and go right into my camera bag. Now, whether or not it's something that you would like, that's totally up to you. But for me, this is kind of what I have, and I'll explain also some things that I would like to have added to my camera bag. So here's my camera bag. By the way, from the time I purchased my current camera to the time I have now, what I have now is a larger bag already. I'll confess, I bought one of them kit cameras from Amazon, and it came with the camera, a zoom lens, and a flash, and remote control, and a throwaway tripod. If you remember me having that one video already on tripods, I just could not stand to have that tripod that was there. So I've invested well over hundreds of dollars on the current tripod, well, $130 for the current tripod that I have, which is almost as much as all the accessories that came with my camera system. So anyway, let's take a look and see exactly what I have, and I'll explain why I have it. I'm sitting on my floor right now, just for fun. That made it easier to just throw everything out right now. I happen to have right now a Canon camera. One of my blogs talks about the fact that I have worked in a camera store. I have found that I have learned to like every brand of camera for its value or its features, and so I have tried them all. I've had a Nikon, I've had a Pentax, I've had Olympus, I've had Minolta back in the day. Minolta, by the way, sold out to Sony, at least their factory. And now this is the first time I have had a Canon camera. What would I like right now if I had anything to pick? Boy, that's a good question, and I hate to be. If I was to make a wild guess, looking at all the different cameras that are out there right now, it'd be the new top of the line Pentax. It takes a lot of money to get that one though, but it has everything in it I would dream about right now. But when I picked this camera, this has been several years now since I bought this camera, but it has pretty much all the stuff on there that I want. There are a few things that I wish it had that some of the newer cameras have, but it has the screen on the back, a standard viewfinder there. It does have image stabilizer built into the lens, and autofocus switch on the lens as well. It will do all of the functions of a camera that I ever wanted, including full manual control, aperture priority, shutter priority, and then it's got the little picture icons on there as well, so that you can see what type of picture you're going to do. I would say that's for the real amateur, right? So this is my camera that I currently have. Now we're going to go into my camera bag a little bit more. And I have purchased since then a lens that I just think is incredibly valuable. It's a 75 to 300 millimeter lens. Now check out the size of that lens. It's not very big. I was quite amazed that I could get such a great lens. This is a Canon brand too, by the way. And the one thing I like about that is the fact that it uses the same millimeter filters as the lens on my camera. This one is a 18 to 55 millimeter lens that it came with, and I think that's a good range on a zoom lens. So I do most of my photography with that one. Okay, whoa, we're getting empty here, but there's some extra gadgets. I have in this pouch right here this did not come with my camera, but it's something that I purchased separately, but I think is also extremely valuable. Try to get this open one-handedly, but here we go. It is a set of 4 close-up filters. A number 1, a number 2, a number 4, and a number 10. One of these upcoming videos will go into close-up accessories. Number 1 just lets you focus a little closer. Number 2, even closer. You can combine these, by the way. So if I put number 1 and number 2 together, I have a number 3 close-up situation. And then, of course, there's number 4. And then the biggest of all is the number 10. When I use the number 10, that's almost too close. It's a great set of filters. And I bought these Vivitar ones, and that's a pretty good brand. I have enjoyed those. Okay, right here, you can see close here, it is a polarizing filter, circular polarizer. When I go outside and do my photography out in the landscapes, in scenery, this is a must. I always have that on my lens. And I'm going to put that on my 175 to 300 right now, just to find a place for it. Looking into another one here. This is an 81A filter that originally was a color correction filter, but it's a very light tan. Okay, so here is the it's called an 81A filter, and it's made by Tiffin also. And you can see that it's just got a little warm, kind of a tan looking color to it. I use that on occasion to take pictures of people, so that it'll kind of give them the warm glow, nice tan, and give them a good color that way. So that's one of the accessories I have. The other accessory I have that helps with filters is this system right here. I want you to look close at that. This is made by Koken, and you can see the little slots on the side. It's designed so that you slide square filters down in there. I will show you how that goes on there. Okay, here is one of the filters. Let's go. I'm trying to, there you go. You can kind of see how it's kind of a brownish red to clear on one side. So when I slide that down the filter holder now is on my camera, and then I can just slide these filters into one of those slots there. Of course, that makes them easily adjustable. I can move them up and down either way. And then the one I pulled out right here, if I wanted to make the sky sunset look even more reddish, then I could put that just on the top half of the picture, and the bottom half of the picture would be as clear as it was without a filter. So that's a very, very valuable filter system. I have these graduate filters in the see, now this says it's a gray one. They make them red, yellow, green, blue, however you wanted to make your graduate filters. And I just wanted to show you here that I'm kind of excited about what I can do. I have here, I think, about 25 different filters that will fit that system. So they all do certain things. You can see I can do things with really interesting colors. This one is a star filter, a 6-point star filter, and here's even a mask system. So there's a set of 5 different masks in here, and I can use those on that system as well and do all sorts of interesting things. There are spot filters that will go from clear in the middle to an orange, and of course you can use a neutral density type spot filter as well. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with these Koken filters, or any brand that fits the Koken system. So if you want to really have fun in photography, that's something I've always enjoyed doing. Another thing I'd like to show you that I always have in my camera bag. We'll pull this one open here, and that is the remote control. You'll notice it's not made by Canon, but it actually does the same thing as the Canon brand, and it plugs right into the side of your camera, allows you to run the camera remotely. Now I usually use this when I'm taking long exposures on a tripod, so gotta have that. The only other thing I have right now is the SD cards, so I can be ready to put more pictures on in my camera system right away. Always carry backup of that. One thing I wanted to mention I carry in this bag a second camera. Now there are times when it is just pouring rain and you see something you'd really like to take a picture of. In the rain, would I want to take that camera? No, but I will take this one. This is made by Pentax, and it is waterproof, submersible up to 3 feet. Has all the basic features on it, and even has the nice big screen on the back so I can see how my pictures are going to turn out. So I've always carried a nice waterproof camera along with me. That way I never miss a shot, and I don't have to worry about getting my other camera damaged in a rainstorm or if it's really moist. This will let me get anywhere I want to, and I've had this for years and have really liked this camera. I think that's about it, what's in my camera. Okay, what kind of other things would I like? My camera, and that's I think as a photographer, the one thing that you really like to have more than anything is more lenses. There are some great new things happening in the lens market today. Sigma is one that comes to mind. They have lenses. When I first heard this, I was quite surprised. What they call an art lens. This allows you to, this lens was made super sharp so that it would get you incredible detail and color. This has been very popular for them, and they have it in several different varieties. They make it in a macro lens. They make it in portrait type lens, as well as some telephoto lenses. So you want to talk about some incredible lenses, you can get a Sigma lens that are called art lenses. I'd like to pick up a couple of those just for fun. The other thing I'd like to get, I know this camera bag, and when I purchased the camera system, it actually came with a flash. I don't like the flash that it came with. I have yet to use it. So if I use it, there's one built onto the top of the camera. And I use that on occasion. But I am really big into natural light photography. And now at nighttime, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures when you go to the website that you can do by using a high ISO number. You can pretty much take pictures in almost total darkness nowadays. So I'm like, why do I need to use flash anymore when things look so nice with natural lighting? So that is it. That's what I have in my camera bag, and I love what I have right now, and I'm planning on expanding as soon as I can. It's a fun thing to do. It's a great hobby and a great business. So thanks for joining me, and remember, as you get to the end of this, make sure you like the video on YouTube, as well as share it and subscribe, please. Thank you very much.